House of Y'all's popping this deep. Let's react to this vid by Isaac Butterfield. This is trans swimmer destroys all the girls. Somebody sent me this, and this just sounds hilarious. Like, what? I don't know who this Isaac person is, but he's going to, set up the whole situation, tell us what's going on. But clearly, it looks like there's a competition, swimming competition going on, and there's a trans woman who is destroying all of the biological women. And yeah, that's just fucked up. I don't think that's fair at all. But let's get the details. Let's see exactly what's happening. Let's watch.
G'day, you good motherfuckers. The butt's Marnie. I hope you're doing
he's
well.
starting off cussing that nigga.
I don't want to freak anybody out. I'm sure I'm about to. But let me just let you in on a little secret. Men run faster. Men lift heavier. They jump higher. And
what he's saying is fact. I'm not making a face at that. My dick stank. What are you? I don't want to look at the whole video. Are we just going to be looking at that? That's disgusting, Isaac.
And believe it or not, they also swim faster. So when you take all of that into account, when a biological man competes against a biological woman, it is, and I'm sorry to break your fragile hearts, it's extremely unfair, and it is only comparable to one thing, and that is cheating. But before we get into the crux of this story, this video is brought to you by the great people at Surfshark VPN. Safety and security are two very important aspects of life every single day. Do you know what geo-blocking is? Do you know Disney Plus and Netflix? Certain content? That's not fair. Access should not be tied
to Isaac.
For this holiday season,
they must be paying you
offers a 30-day money-back.
Get your coin.
Give a fuck about the other athletes that are in question. You just don't like trans people, and that couldn't be further from the truth, okay? I don't care if you're trans or if you're part of the LGBT community or you're a different colour to me or nationality, whatever. If you're a good person, then that's all that matters. That's literally all that matters to me. But I feel like when you are doing something that is hurting other people, now this isn't hurting people physically, it's hurting them emotionally, it's hurting their career prospects, and it's hurting them financially as well. And I just don't think it's fair. If I had a daughter and she had spent her entire life becoming a swimmer, and then a guy who, in this case, and I'll give you the story in a second, is a very, very good swimmer and competing at the top level with men, becomes a woman and smashes all the other chicks, I would be filthy.
That's like LeBron talking about, I've been living a lie this whole time, and I'm a woman, and people are in support of him and all that, and then he goes over to WNBA. We're gonna be like, this is cool, this is normal, but no, that's not fair. What are we talking about?
And so would my daughter, and that's why I think it's not fair. I've made a lot of videos about trans people, and I would like to have a trans person on my podcast. If you know someone who's well known in the trans community, please let me know. So for the people out there having collective aneurysms, I don't hate trans people. Now, here's the fucking story.
Controversy at the University of Pennsylvania where a transgender swimmer is smashing records in the U.S. women's competition. Lia Thomas, who competed as a man as recently as 2019, finishing one race a full 38 seconds ahead of the closest rival.
Even if you're the staunchest, wokiest human that ever lived, surely you can understand that if a dude becomes a woman and then beats all the other women that are the best at their sport by 30 fucking seconds, almost 40 seconds, then you could go, okay, something's a little amiss here. There are so many people out there that will try to convince you that men and women are exactly the same, and they just are not. And anyone who tells you that is a fucking idiot. Like, it's fine when you talk hypotheticals, like, I'm sure she can lift that much and just as much as him and just as powerful. But in reality, it's just not fucking true at all, mate. This story really grew over the last 7 days. There's been headlines everywhere. Trans University of Pennsylvania swimmer sparks outrage after smashing women's record. Secretly, everyone just knows it's wrong. Female UPenn swimmer says trans athlete Lia Thomas is only on the team because their coach really likes winning, and the team's support is fake. That's fucking horrible. More fury as transgender swimmer keeps smashing records. And
Ooh.
I do feel bad for the girl, and I will call them a girl because that's what they want to be called, right? Because she's just trying to live her own life and then she's copping all this shit. But I also understand why she's copping it. Before her transition, Thomas competed at Penn for 3 years as a male. The NCAA bylaws permit transgender athletes to compete as women after they have completed 1 year of testosterone suppression.
It ain't suppressed enough, bitch.
And you can be a lady and compete against women. That is hardly fair. If you're a 22-year-old, you have spent 21 years benefiting from being a man, from being a young boy, pumping full of testosterone, going through puberty, and then becoming a man. You've benefited from all of that, and then after 1 year, you can compete against the chicks. How's this for a hypothetical? Imagine if I decided to go and play rugby league against the Australian women. Right?
I knew he was Australian. I heard the accent.
Depends how big my poo was this morning. Imagine if I went and did that after a year. I would fuck those chicks up. I'm sorry. I know they're the Australian women's team and all that shit. I don't give a fuck. I'll fuck you. It's not a threat, by the way. I'm just saying if I was a threat. Anyway, you know what I mean. So after a year off, her times did change. In the years before, Thomas's best times as a male was the 200 metres, 1:39, 500, 4:18, and 16:50. Who doesn't do the 1500, you fucking weirdos? 14:54. Now, when you now look at the comparison between what happened when she became a woman and went off, her natural testosterone and suppressed it and put estrogen in the system, her times went out only by a few seconds. The 15 or 16:50 by a little bit more than a few seconds. But still, these were good times for men. So no wonder she's smashing everybody else. Here's the crazy thing. Her teammates broke this story, which is insane to do at a university in America. You know you're going to get just fucking trashed for this. While transgender university swimmer Leah Thomas, who spent 3 years at Ivy League swim school as a male, has been busy smashing pool records, friction has been building within the team, according to the Penn female swimmer, who said she feared for her ability to find employment after graduating from college for sharing her honest opinion about a transgender teammate. For that reason, Outkick is granting her anonymity to speak out. Pretty much everyone individually has spoken to our coaches about not liking this. Our coach, Mike Scherner, just really likes winning. Wow. So this girl is scared about her future employment opportunities to say something completely obvious.
Obvious as fuck.
Crazy. I think I have to do this next quote in the voice I imagine this other swimmer has. When the whole team is together, we have to be like, oh my gosh, go Leah. That is great. You're amazing. It's very fake.
Why are you participating? You fake.
It's all bullshit. All of it is bullshit. It's all a lie.
I just spoke up like, nah.
Throughout the entire community, the vast majority of people that support transgender athletes in their own mind are going, well, this isn't right. But we have to save face. We have to look as woke as possible. When you see people who disagree with this video, that's what they're doing. It's called virtue signaling. They're trying to show how virtuous and amazing and beautiful they are. In reality, they're lying to themselves and you. They're full of shit. I wasn't going to make the video because I've made videos on this before. But we all know people who did swimming at school and stuff like that, or went on to swim at state or levels or whatever, national levels. It seems to me that they all have a similar upbringing. They all have to get to the pool every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning. Then they swim for 2 hours. They smash some breakfast, go to school, and then train again in the afternoons. And they do that for years. And then for them to get into university on a swimming scholarship, looking to go to the Olympics, and to be beaten by 38 seconds by someone who was a man a year ago just seems so fucking wrong and so demoralizing. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Yeah, no, this is fucked up. Any woman would feel some type of way if she's been training for years on years and competing to the best of her ability, and then here comes this trans woman demolishing her. That's not fair. That's why sports are separated by gender. That's why we have the WNBA and the NBA, because it's not fair for them to play together, because the men are going to kill the women. It wouldn't even be fair. It's not even fun to watch. What? She beating them by 38 seconds? No, that's fucked up. And it's so manipulating to be like, oh, you're just saying this because you don't like trans people. Like, really? That's what we're doing here? No, fair is fair, and common sense is common sense. Men are typically stronger. Of course, there are special situations where some women are stronger than some men, but for the most part, men are generally stronger, faster than women. So is it fair to mix them together and compete on the same level. No, it's not fair at all. I would be upset if I was having to compete against a trans woman who was just a man a year ago and was even fucking killing the other men. She was top of the fucking athletes with the men, and she gonna come over here and play against me? Fuck out of here. Like, I would definitely speak up, and it's sad that they feel like they can't because they don't want to be canceled and they don't want people to look down on them and think that they hate trans people. Like, this is all so ridiculous. I cannot stand where things are going in our world today. Like, the direction we're headed in is just trash. It's trash, but, you know, it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the situation, though. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see y'all next time.